Hey my beautiful lovelies, how are we doing today? So today I'm doing a mukbang. I'm doing a McDonald's one. Of course, like I have my Gatorade right here because I can't have carbonated drinks. I had a tooth pulled a couple of days ago, so I'm trying to keep from causing any issues. So I just got fries. I got a medium order of fries and an order of chicken nuggets because it sounded good. I figured it'd be something easier to eat. I'm just gonna pour them out right here on a plate. I just find it a little easier for me to eat them, and it's a little less messy. They did not stinge out on the sauce. Usually I only use 2, but yeah. So here's the chicken nuggets and the fries. They're a little bit cold, but it's kind of my fault. I was trying to text and everything else out in the car when I got home. So, ooh. But yeah, I have not done a mukbang in a little bit. I have not done a YouTube video in a little bit. It's been a little bit. And I know my voice probably sounds horrible right now. I do have a lot of drainage, and also like I haven't really been keeping up with my voice like I need to be, so that's on me. I'm not gonna blame it on a lot of other things when it's my fault. It's a little bit cold, but it's okay. Their barbecue sauce is like really the only dipping sauce I ever get. Sometimes I get their honey mustard. Other than that, I do not mess with their ranch. I don't like it. And it's a really weird taste to it, so I try to stay away from it. Let's try a nugget. That has some crunch to it. Ow, that hurt. Their chicken nuggets are some of my favorite nuggets. If not my favorite. Oh, man. Yeah, my dental experience was not my favorite. I am absolutely terrified of the dentist. And I had to go Saturday to have it pulled. Well, they got half of it pulled out because they kept breaking apart. And so I had to go back Tuesday to have the rest pulled out. Saturday's experience was great. Everybody was friendly. It was wonderful. Tuesday's experience, not so much. My actual dentist, who I just recently started going, and this is like my first time there. And Saturday it was a whole different dentist. She was really sweet, really nice, and she felt bad because she couldn't get the tooth out. But I mean, it is what it is. Sometimes you can't get it out in one go, and I understand. She didn't want to put me through any more pain that day because I had already been in there for over an hour. Just like them trying to pull it for an hour. Tuesday I went in, and like they got me back there pretty quickly, and the dental assistant, I'm guessing, was a student. She had no idea what she was doing. at all. I'm pretty sure it was her first day. And she took me back there and like didn't even know what tooth like was being worked on or anything. Which, you know, that I was like, okay, like that's no big deal. Like whatever. Like she's probably new. Like I'm not gonna gripe about her and stuff. And so I was like, it'll be fine. And I just like told her like what tooth it was and stuff. But like when it came to him actually, like the dentist actually trying to pull my tooth, I'm not mad at her, like the dental assistant over it, because like, she may not have known. But it was kind of hard for me to let anybody know because, I mean, they had tools in my mouth trying to like pull out this tooth. But she kept taking the suction thing and like sticking me in the back of the throat with it. And like, I have a really bad gag reflex. And so if something touches the back of my throat, or like if I brush my tongue for too long or anything, I will gag and sometimes I will throw up. And so like at one point, like I had to make them stop because I was like, I am about to vomit. And so they did, but like towards the end, like she would take the suction thing and stick it up inside of the tooth, like that little hole where they were pulling the tooth out. And that really hurt. But they didn't numb me enough for one part. Like, oh my goodness. They did not numb me. They like came in, some random woman, and she gave me like the shots to numb me. And as soon as she got done doing it, she's like, are you numb? And I was like, no ma'am, like I'm not. And she was like, well, you will be when he comes in here. And I was like, okay. She no more than walked out and he came in and started trying to pull the tooth. And I was like, ooh, no. I was like, that is not numb. And so he gave me a couple more shots and then just went on trying to pull it. By the time he actually got the tooth out, it was numb. But it was like, in that time frame, like I could feel every bit of it and it hurt. And he stopped at one point because I gagged or whatever. Like, I mean, I just shoved their hands out of the way and I sat up and I was like, I'm going to vomit on you. Like, if you don't, like, because they put this card, like, in between my teeth to hold my mouth open. And I was like, I can't swallow. Like, I can't. And if I can't swallow, I panic. And so he stopped that one time. And after that, like, even though I could feel like the pain and stuff, like it hurt really bad, he wouldn't stop. I mean, he was in a hurry. That I know. He had a few other patients. But it's like, you gotta take consideration, like, the pain tolerance and stuff of this patient. And the time, I guess. I don't know. And he's a good guy. He's a good dentist. But he got the tooth out. He did exactly what needed to be done. It just maybe wasn't done the right way. I'm not going to name the dentist that I go to or anything, because I'm going to continue going. And if I have a few more bad experiences with it, I'll switch dentists. That's all I got to do. But let me know, like, down in the comments if any of you have ever had, like, a really bad experience with the dentist. Like, I'm trying really hard right now. Like, I'm trying really hard right now to get this business up and going that I'm wanting to do. At first I'm going to start small and just kind of, it's like, I'm wanting to start 2 businesses. Other than like my career on YouTube that I'm trying to do. I'm not trying very hard. I need to like get better at it. It's like, cause like I do want to do this for my career. But I also have like 2 other things that I want to do. Especially one, which is I want to be a life coach. And so I'm trying to learn on that and stuff and like educate myself a lot better to where I'd be able to coach people on like reaching their goals, like setting goals and like reaching their goals and everything. Like whenever I was like telling my grandparents about it, my grandpa asked me, he was like, well, because I said that I want to be successful, and which I do. I feel like everybody wants to be successful in their life. And he asked me like what I consider being successful. I consider like my idea of being successful is having my own house, like owning my own house, owning my dream car, which is a Tahoe, having my husband and my kids. Like I want to have kids. I want to be able to adopt. Like my husband and I are planning on adopting. And having enough money to where I'm not stressed out on all the time, like paying bills and stuff like that, because it is a big stress in this household. It is. I do plan on maybe sitting down and filming a video on how I like budget and how I save. I don't make very much money. I'll just be honest. Like, I really don't. But as of last year, like, okay, I started with, I think, around like $460 maybe in my account in May, whenever I started like the budgeting. And I think by June or July, I had over $1,000 saved up, like in my checking account, to where I could have like $1,000. It was not easy at all. Like my husband pays the big bills. Like he pays rent, and he would pay rent, electricity, the utilities, and then like he pays for his student loans or whatever. Then I would pay for my phone, my car payment, my car insurance. His car he drove his mom and dad's old car, and so he didn't have a car payment. He paid them for insurance, and he paid his phone bill. I paid my phone bill, I paid my car payment, my car insurance, and then I would pay for the Sling TV. I paid for the Disney Plus, things like that. Which a lot of people are like, oh, get rid of the subscriptions, like to save money. But for us, because we don't have cable, we just do the subscriptions. Because it's honestly, like for us, it's cheaper to go that route than to get cable. Because we don't feel like spending $200 and something on cable TV. And so we settle for subscriptions. Now, my thing with saving money was I like became a really big tightwad. Like a really big tightwad. And I would only pay for what I needed to pay for. And then Nothing else. Like, he would do the same. We would both pay for what we needed to pay for, and then nothing else. We wouldn't go out to eat. There for a while, like, we did not go out to eat for a long time. We quit going places and stuff. Like, we would just stay home. We saved gas and stuff. Like, it was really helpful. But I will go more into detail with all that stuff, like, in a whole new, different video. But he did get a new car. My husband did. And got a new car last weekend. He got a 2019 Dodge Journey. It only had 9,000 miles on it. And I think he got it for like a little less than 19,000. Which was good. Especially for how many miles it had. Or at least that. It was a good deal. Granted, it's the base model. So it doesn't have the Bluetooth. It doesn't have a lot of things that higher trim levels would. But that's fine. He doesn't really care about that kind of stuff. And I really don't either. It would be nice to have a car with Apple CarPlay, but I don't have that. One day, I owe a little less than $9,000 left on my car. I'm just trying to get it paid off so I can go trade it in for a new one. I really want a Tahoe. And I don't want to settle for anything else. I either want a Tahoe or I want the Yukon. They're pretty much the same thing. I feel like a lot of people look at me really strangely when they ask me what my dream car is, and I'm like, a Chevrolet Tahoe. It's like, to a lot of people, those cars aren't, to a lot of people, those cars aren't that fancy, they're not great. I don't know. I love them. I've always been obsessed with them since my grandma had one when I was little, and then my aunt had one. I've always wanted one. I like the way that they drive. My dad had one at one point. It was an older one, but he had one. I loved it. I love the way they ride. I love how tall you sit off the road. They're great. And anyways, I'm going to end this mukbang here because this chicken and these fries are just a little too cold for my liking. But I will definitely be trying to like film some more, and I need to get like an updated. I kind of have some videos like for my office, like my movie room, what I'm doing, the like reorganizing of everything, and just like the transformation of it. So I need to film some more for it, like for what it's looking like now, and then I'll do some more of like what it looks like at the end, and then I will post it. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to thumbs this video up, leave a comment down below, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit that little notification bell so that way you are notified every single time that I upload. Hopefully it'll be a lot more often. I plan on doing like some fishing vlogs and stuff like that, so stay tuned.